I should probably take this as an omen. But yeah, just heading out for a camp tonight. I'm up in the mountains and I'm going back to a spot that I've been to before. I haven't camped there, but I found it. I'm just hoping that it's not flooded and that I'll be able to get my tent up where I want to get it up. This is going well. Trust me, this is a good idea to come up here. This is actually plan B, where I had intended on going. It was all blocked off by the forestry company. Bits of trees going down my back. So yeah, we're just winging it now. This is definitely a plan B sort of situation. I reckon Steve Wallace would probably camp in there, would he? I'm just chancing my arm by going this way because there is a little camp spot that I want to check out. I don't know if the tent I have would fit. You can see why I wanted to chance my arm with this little spot, can't you? That spot there looks flat, but there's a big trench, a little trench going through it. But I can see myself coming back up here for a very uncomfortable night. Just not tonight. Little water source there as well. Nothing to complain about. Now, instead of going back down and hiking up another area, I'm going to take the lazy man's way, which is definitely going to bite me in the ass because it means going through this mess up here, which is the way I went the last time. And the last time, I didn't have a massive camping bag on my back, and I don't think there was as much water in that stream, so this might be interesting. Yeah, right. Ooh, that's a lot softer than I thought it was going to be. Right. Oh, bugger. That's not a good start. Let's just see how far I can get. Well, it's not a good start. Ooh. Okay, I think the lazy man's route is not the way to go tonight. I fancy keeping my feet dry and keeping myself upright for as long as possible. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. Ooh. Okay. There's a deer trail. You can see where they cross just here and jump over to here. But I haven't been up on this side, so I might as well just check it out while I'm here. Who knows, I might get lucky. Ooh, there's very fresh deer droppings there. Ooh. Right. Ooh, yeah. That plan didn't work out because, as you can see, the ground has been logged and there's just trenches everywhere. That's a big drop down there now. I think I'll take my chances over this way. That looks a bit healthier. Why didn't I just come down the way I came? Oh, that's making life hard on myself. I just saw a massive stag. That was cool. Really cool. He looked like he had a broken antler. But big chap. I don't know, I don't think the camera caught him, but you might have got to see his arse. I had thought that that track was going to lead me to a certain place, but it didn't. So I'm kind of just winging it again. Alright, so we're on the right track. Ooh, at least I hope we are. Yeah, just here. There has been deer, very fresh droppings there. He's not too far away. Just the other side of those trees, I'd say. Notice I'm not taking off the bag. Oh. The problem is, it's rutting season. And I kind of had it in the back of my mind that maybe the deer might be a little bit aggressive. But surely they wouldn't come near me. But if I'm laying in between all their trails, I don't fancy my chances. Especially, I'm talking about a stag here now. I know the doe, they'd keep their distance, but the stags, you know, with their big cojones. More worried about the other end now, you know, the horny bits. I'm a little bit wary of pitching up here because I can see the signs of the deer and there's trails going every direction. So it's kind of a little junction for them. I don't fancy an encounter with that stag. And I might be being a bit foolish, or maybe I'd be foolish to stay, who knows? But I think I'd rather be foolish and leave than to stay and find out. What I will do is come back up here and leave out some trail cameras. Oh, you bugger. Ooh. Sorry, did you get hurt? I'm okay, don't worry. I think what I'm gonna do is pull the plug on this one. I'm after bailing on the camp and I'm very reluctant to give up hope. So anywhere that looks good enough for a tent will do the job for tonight. So I saw this mound with a relatively flat spot on top. You can see it's right beside the forestry road. And I just want to stay out in my tent. Before I even got the bag off, I already encountered the first issue. I don't have any water with me, so there's no running water. Hey, I think this will do the job for tonight. Took me long enough to find it. I'm going to double peg the corners because I think the strap might slip off the top of the peg. I don't want that happening. Some of you might not even realise, but I actually have a second channel where I put up all my little adventures outside of the camps. I haven't been out camping in ages. I was just determined. Are you joking? The nut on my table is loose. I think I might take off this head torch. I have enough lights knocking about. I can feel myself relaxing already. Before I do anything else, I'm going to get my dinner on. So this is just a little pot. I think it's about a litre. So I'm going to pop that in there. Now the plan is to make a coddle. I haven't made a coddle in a very long time. And I don't even know if I'm doing it right, but it's something my grandfather used to make. And I absolutely loved it. So if it can even taste anywhere near as good as his, I'll be happy. So I just have a few potatoes. I'm just going to cut those in half. Throw in some onion, throw in some carrot, bit of bacon, and a few sausages. I suppose it might be handy if I turned on the gas. It would appear that I overestimated the size of my pot, but everything's in there. I nearly forgot about my tea. I threw in a chicken stock cube just to add to the flavour. I know it doesn't look very appetising at the moment, but yeah, it's going to be the business. I can't wait. I would eat it raw now, I'm that hungry. I'm going to have a few biscuits while I'm waiting because I'm just starving. Absolutely starving. But I hope yous are keeping well. I know it's been a long time since I've put out a video. Just haven't been able to get out, and sure, look at tonight. It nearly didn't happen at all. I'm pretty sure the idea of coddle was to use up whatever was going to spoil. So you just throw it all into a pot, boil it up, and you get a meal out of it. And nothing would go to waste. So that's my kind of gist on it. I don't know if that's true or not. I could be telling you a whole pack of lies. But that's what I think it was for. Back when people didn't really have a whole lot, you know. I think the only thing that table is good for tonight is keeping my few bits away from the spiders. Usually it's absolutely fantastic and it's really solid. I don't know, the thread on the nut just came loose. So I'll sort it out when I get home. I'm not going to worry about it. I wonder how many spiders are going to be joining me tonight. Oh yeah, there's a few midges actually. Oh, what are you doing? I'm just getting myself kind of organised while the food is cooking. You can see how high the inner is up off the ground here. The fly sheet is very high. The last time I had this tent out, I actually broke it with my massive arse. I just sat on it and I had this up too high, I think it was, and I just pulled all the threads out of it, so I did a bit of a booty repair on it. So hopefully it'll survive tonight. It's so nice just sitting here. I've been sitting here for a little while just staring into the pot and then just looking off into the darkness. Like, you can't even see anything out past the shine of the light. And there was someone camping here before, because when I rocked up here I saw a little fire scare, and I do have a twig stove with me, so I technically could start a fire if I wanted to, but I just couldn't be arsed. The only reason I brought a twig stove was just in case I was being bothered by the midges, and they're not bothering me at the moment. There's only a few up there, so I'll leave them to it. I'm going to overcook this now, just to be on the safe side. I don't want to give myself disgusts, you know. I don't want to spend my whole day off tomorrow on the toilet, so I'm going to make sure that it's cooked properly. I'm pretty sure if I leave it any longer it'll boil dry, so I think I may just take my chances with it. I don't think it tastes as good as my granddad's, but it tastes pretty good. Just heard a gunshot, so I'd imagine there's people out poaching. I talked to hunters before, and I know that they have certain times that they're allowed to go out at, and he told me that if you ever hear gunshots at night time, it's people poaching. That was a lot closer than the last one I heard. So yeah, that wasn't far away at all. I'm gonna have to keep my eyes out, because I'm right beside the main sort of track, so if they're where I think they are, chances are they might come up that track with whatever they're after shooting. So I'll just have to maybe turn off my lights and get into this tent fairly lively, just to keep a low profile. But then again, maybe it's better to have the lights on and let them know I'm here, you know. I don't want to get shot unintentionally. It's very likely that I would scare them more than they would scare me, you know. Just some madman out talking to himself in the woods. Stuff of horror films, you know. I packed it in there last night. I had a final cup of tea and just climbed into the tent. And yeah, slept pretty well, I have to say. I brought out a new pillow. It's absolutely gigantic. It's a Trekology Aloft something or other. Where's my boots? Hopefully there's no spiders in there. It's not as wonky as it was last night because I did my best to hand tighten the nut, but even at that it's not great. Yeah, it looks like a nice morning this morning, now that I can see it. And I'm not very far from the road. But on the menu this morning we have bacon and sausage baps. And I can't wait. You can just see the forest track. The gas doesn't sound too healthy, does it? That's a bit better. I was a little bit worried there. I thought I was running out of gas, even though I refilled that can yesterday. I thought maybe it got too cold or something. I was going to stage them out and, you know, leave the sausages in for a while and then throw these on, because these will obviously cook faster. But I reckon whatever is cooked first, I'll eat. And I won't worry about having a sausage and bacon bap. I'll just have a sausage and then a bacon bap. I actually have 2 biscuits left, I think. Ooh, 3. Nice. I had to turn the gas upside down just to help things along, because it was getting nowhere. I think that gas is probably not the best for cold temperatures. Well, it's only butane. Normally you use isobutane in them canisters, but butane is cheaper, so I've been refilling my gas canisters with butane. I'll have to change it up now for the winter. I have some brown sauce in the strap of my bag, and yeah, the reason for that is I just grabbed it going out the door, and I thought I'm not going to open the bag just to grab the brown sauce. Ooh. That's not too shabby. My sausages are stuck to the pan, so I need to deploy the spatula, because that little tongs is just ripping them to bits. I also forgot to bring the oil. I can't have run out. No, there's still gas in there. It's probably just too cold for it. Oh yeah. Oh well. Won't have me sausages this morning, so. I've been a bit deflated on this camp. I'm not myself at all. I think it's after all the trials and tribulations of yesterday. And I went to loads of different spots on the way back down. And some looked really nice, and then you go down and they're not flat, or, you know, it's just one thing after another. And then this was the last ditched attempt at finding somewhere. And I'm just happy that it worked out, because I was sitting here last night with my cup of tea, just staring into the darkness, and it was absolutely lovely. It was exactly what I needed. It wasn't the night I had planned, but at least I got a night out in the tent. And apologies if the video was a bit out of sorts, but yeah, it is what it is. It can't all go according to plan. Not that they ever do, but just saying. The sleeping mat lost a fair bit of air last night, so there must be a puncture in it. I wasn't too bad though, because I had my gigantic pillow. I could have just laid on that. That's me all wrapped up, usual crack. I didn't leave any trace. I think next time I'm going to have to head back up into the mountains and let the wind blow off the cobwebs, because I'd like to get back into the swing of things. So hopefully you might join me for that one, and yeah, I'll see you then. Good luck.